And welcome to another grand and glorious episode of Arizona Griper, starring your beautiful host, Mr. Arizona. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully everybody's feeling well, and hopefully everybody's having a good day. Well, today I'm going to act like I know what the hell I'm doing, because I really don't. But I'm going to act like it anyway. So, today, and I made a kind of a I kind of made a kind of a executive decision. I decided to take apart and try to simple restore my Coleman lantern 220A. Here's what it looks like. Now, I went ahead and did do a little bit of things on it. I got the pump thing going, as you could see, so I really don't have to mess with that. Not going to worry about it. But I am going to try and take this apart so I can get in there and clean up in there and slosh it around at least one time, because I think it's got a little bit of, I don't know if you could see in there, but I think it's got a little bit of rust in there. So yeah, I'm going to try and get rid of that. And yeah, and everything else. The knob on here is good, so I don't have to get into any of that. So, without further ado, let's kind of get started and see where this goes. Let me set up my tripod. I disabled the chat because I don't think I need to keep up with the chat at the moment. So, all right. So let's get started on it. Make sure that this is adjusted the way I need to have it adjusted. Well, it's as good as it's going to get. So, make sure. There we go. All right. First of all, I'm going to take this ball nut out. See this ball nut there? These are really rare and really hard to find. I'm going to set that aside. Then I'm going to take the bail off. Now with this one, it's a different style bail, as you can see, to where I have to take this off like this. It doesn't come off all in one shot. So there's that. There's the hat on it. Now I know there's a lot of dents and dings and scratches on it, but over time I could either bang it out or just leave it as is. I'm going to leave it as is because it's part of the history of this lantern. And, why not? So, here's the original globe on it. It says Coleman on it, as you can see. I'm going to clean that up and do all that. Now, The mantle I'm going to try and save. So, not to worry. So, let me find a wrench. I'm not worried about it. Fuck it. Okay, let me find a good size wrench for this. I think I found it. Huh. Okay. This is weird. It's obviously coming apart as faster than I anticipated. Now, I heard with these old style lanterns, usually, there we go. See, the whole thing comes off like this. I'm probably going to have to clean this. I don't think there's any bug's nest in there or anything, as far as I know. But I want to save the original lantern as much as I can. Damn it. I really hate having to soak this in vinegar, but I'm afraid I'm not going to have any choice. So, let's see what tip cleaner's about. I thought this lantern was going to be a little bit more difficult than I originally anticipated, but I guess it's turning out rather well. Oh, my bad. Has nothing to do with this. It has to do with that thing there. There we go. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the that little bit of a wire on the top is still there and still intact. So that's a good thing. What I did learn in the past, never, ever, 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 ever soak your generator. Don't do that, folks. That is an extraordinarily bad thing. Don't ever do that. But here's the nut on it. And wow, the packing and everything else just came out right along with it. Okay, right away it's plugged. No, it's not. It's just I need to get the top part off. So let me find some, see, I just need to get that top part. So I'm gonna find some needle nose pliers and just kind of take the tip. There we go. So that'll come off like that. It's relatively real easy. Just blew into it. Nothing really came out. So these are real simple, real easy to take apart. Okay. Obviously, this collar is going to be a little bit difficult here. I'm going to have to take apart this. I really don't want to, but I'm going to have to. Let me get another wrench for this. See, I do have another wrench right here for this particular thing. Apparently that's not the right one. See, the packing in there looks pretty decent. You know, that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, if it's really, really yucky, really gross looking, I'm probably just going to order some new packing for it and just wait for it to come in, you know, as for everything else. So, let's see if I can get a wrench on this thing here. Okay, I got a wrench. Oh, I forgot there's a little slot. No, that won't come out like that. Yeah, I gotta take this off. Damn it. I didn't want to, but I have to, so. Well, there's that. There's that little piece there. I want to take that nut off, but I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with it. Yeah, I'm not going to bother messing with this. It's just going to stay like this, so. Okay. Like I said, you know, I learned a lot about taking apart a lantern. You know, a lot of the things that, you know, in other words, why bother doing something when it's not really necessary? You could just skip it and it'll be just fine. Trying to get this collar off, it's not. Oh, there it is. See? There's the collar on it. You could tell it's a 220A. And in fact, it says 200A on it. As you could see, right there, it's a 2A. So, yep. Now, I'll get my WD-40 out. Actually, I'm going to get some parts cleaner on this thing. Get my towel. And just kind of shine it up right now, so. Yeah, this lantern is really not going to take long at all to do. Not as really as I anticipated, so. Like I said, this one's shit. This one's a piece of cake. You know, this is really simple, real easy. And there's a washer that goes on there. Just like that. Okay. Now I get to, this is going to be fun. I get to put this inside the vise and take this off somehow. Yeah, I'm going to have to put it inside the vise. So this is going to be fun. Oh boy. I'll get some WD-40 out.
Hey, my business.
So, so anyway, I took them out a little bit after 5:30. So, and they ate pretty good. They didn't give me no problems. So, I'm just kind of cleaning up this one a little bit, and hopefully I can get it running. You know, there's not much to this one, so it'll be easier than the last one I did. So I'm just kind of spraying it down, you know.
No, get out of there.
With you know, WD-40 and parts cleaner. That's all I've been doing. You know, because sometimes some of these lanterns, all they need is just a cleanup. They don't really need much of anything else. So here it is, guys. So now I get to put it in the vise and see if I can't get that thing off of there. That's going to be fun. So let me grab the vise. I pulled a tick off of her earlier.
I thought I felt something.
It was underneath her armpit.
Yeah.
Then I sprayed it with, I followed up with apple cider vinegar. You know, with the soap, the mixture.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll prevent her from getting other ones. It's not going to stop it, but at least it'll slow it down.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Here's my vise.
Of Conquer weapons. This image just how powerful Doom has already become before the Avengers even meet him. If this new look
All right, guys, I've got my vise out here. And there's that.
different tabloids today, and I didn't want to talk to them because I don't want them to take what I'm about to say out of context. I'd rather just say it directly.
I'm going to open this up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to put my towel in there. And then I'm going to place this thing in there
You girls are hot. You want to go inside?
like that.
Hello.
And I'm going to seal it up. Now I got to remember which direction to put this thing in when I undo it. So here we go. I think, yeah, that's going to be difficult. Hold up. Okay, I'm going to have to put this down somewhere and
What I experienced on that set. Because this weekend the corner has a cause, and I'm not gonna
look out, Stony Tony. This is not the Stony show,
show this movie.
even though it'd be a great, cute little show.
I met Hayden about
It'd be the cuteness show.
and I knew that she was insanely talented. So when she signed on to do this picture that we were shooting,
Ah, there
I
we
was
go.
stoked. I really wanted to work with her. And so I'm on set, and I get word from the movie security team who picked her up from the airport that something was off. And I didn't think much about it. And so I left set and I walked over to greet her and her boyfriend Brian. He opened the door and
Okay, I got it out with the vise.
being gracious.
Got it loose a little bit.
But she was
Now we're gonna
details of why that was, but having worked
get
on
back into it again.
movies and seen just about everything,
I'm gonna loosen this up.
and the energy in the room was pretty dark. But recently, with her new book and the press she's been doing, I believe that she was getting better. And we even talked about doing another picture together recently, which is what makes this shitty news hit even harder. And I see all these tweets online about not
Yeah, that is
and I see really what
green and crusty, but it doesn't look clogged
we did this movie
from the best of my ability. You know, it doesn't look clogged, but
that made it look harder.
I'm gonna,
And
you know, soak it
I will
in
let
vinegar and water
tell you more about that
and see if I can't get some of this off. I know, you know, unfortunately, I'm probably going to wind up losing this mantle because no telling what kind of bugs or insects or anything like that has, you know, made their home on the inside of it. So, unfortunately, I lost my dad's mantle. Yeah, that's all right. I've got fresh ones, so it's not a big deal. Like I said, I'm gonna clean this one up. So now I'm gonna show you guys how I clean up everything. Let me get a bucket. I have a blue bucket that I use for everything. Let me go fill this blue bucket up with water real quick.
Hey,
Girls, stay out of there. All right, all right. Got my blue bucket here. And I'm going to add a little bit of vinegar to it. Just a little bit like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and add all the parts to it.
what was I?
What I'm thinking about doing is just kind of lightly soaking it in there. I'm just going to dunk it.
Tony.
And then I'm going to follow it up with a wire brush right here. So, use.
Hey, get out of there.
As you can see, it's looking better
Hey,
already.
get out. Luna! I mean, Stoney, get out of there. It's not fucking drinking water, pendeja.
But as you guys can see, just from just a little bit of being in this water,
Get over here, Stone. I mean, Luna. Damn it.
no, listen to your dad, Bubba. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and dunk this. Let that sit.
Luna, I'm Stony. I mean,
Dunking
Luna.
the cage. Letting that sit.
That's what I'm saying.
Collar. Bale can go in there. And these little parts and things could go in there. I think this one went on the... No, that one went on the top of the lantern.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Then we've got one washer that, you know what, I'm not going to bother with the washer. Washer should be fine. Put that nut in there. I'm going to do the empty generator because there's nothing in it. I took out all the packing material. Yeah, there's nothing in it. Packing material is out of it. So, okay. Just drop that in there. Yeah, that's it. That's all that needs to be in there. I'm thinking about doing the check valve, but the check valve's working just fine. I don't really need to mess with it that much. I'm just kind of lightly cleaning it. Just a little bit. You know, not really doing much to it. See how nice and shiny it's looking already? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and open up the chat a little bit. And so that way people can come in and comment and do all that wonderful thing like you usually do. There you go. Let's see who's in the chat. Hey, Tasty Peanut, how's it going? What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Good to see you, man. I'm actually cleaning up a lantern. So, yeah. It's a 220A lantern, I believe so. And now I'm just kind of getting the bale up with just light cleaning and all this. Nothing really heavy because it's rusted pretty bad. You know, I'm just trying to knock some of the rust off and make it look a little bit more presentable, you know what I mean? So I'm not really doing anything terribly exciting. I don't know if you could see what I'm doing. Yep, obviously can. Okay. So I'm just kind of just lightly scrubbing it, lightly scraping it off. I know I'm not going to be able to get all this rust off, but I can get some of it off, you know. Okay. See, look at the collar, turned out great, man. Yeah, the collar cleaned up good. Had a little bit of dings and scratches on it, but nothing really too terrible to, to write home about, you know. So there's that, as you could see. Oh, motherfucker. See, there's the collar there, all nice and clean. Clean up the globe here, too. It's just simple, just vinegar and water, you know, nothing really fancy. Yeah, there's the globe all cleaned up now. Damn, that looks shiny too. See? The globe's cleaned up all nice. Nice and neat here. As you can see, typical Coleman lantern, original Coleman logo on it. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Hi, Shell Bell. How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you, love. But anyway, I'm just trying to get grandfather's old lanterns going again. You know, as you can see, the longer I soak this, the more the rust is coming off of this thing, so. See, all the rust is coming off of this thing now. I know I'm not going to get 100% of it off, but. I do have a little bit of a brush to go up in this little place here, and make sure that that's all cleared out, cleaned out real good, you know. I know it's not going to be 100% perfect, but you know, it's enough. Like I said, all I gotta do is just scrub, scrub, scrub. It's the only thing I can do at this point. Just scrubbing away on it. And like I said, the more I have this thing soaked, the more better the parts are kind of, you know, coming alive a little bit, you know. This poor old bale, I don't think it's going to look any better than what it is. I did get all the rust scale off of it though. Let's see how this part's turning. See how this part's turning from a green to, it's kind of starting to turn into like its original color. I'm just kind of scrubbing off the tarnish on it. I might get me a Brillo pad and scrape up the cage a little bit on this, but I don't know, this wire brush is actually turning in pretty good. Doing pretty well, amazingly enough. Yeah, see? Look, it's almost got all that greenish tinge right off of it. Very, very good. You know, vinegar and water is very, very good for cleaning, you know. Because that's all this is just vinegar and water, and it's just cleaning it right up. Yeah, this one's working just fine. See, the tip cleaner is going just fine. A little tight, but that's okay. It'll work. You know, starting to eat away at the rust a little bit. Like I said, I'll rinse some stuff off in the sink to make sure I've got all the vinegar and water off of it. But that's not too bad for a kind of a clean job here. No, not too bad at all. Yep. I blew through it, and fuel goes through it. Yep. Everything's fine. You know, I don't see any clogs or anything like that. Hang on, let me run this under the hose real quick so I can dry it, so I can rinse it off real quick. Here, you guys want to go inside? So anyhow, teaching my daughter right now, super stressful but worth it. Yep. And that's good you're doing this. Love seeing this being, yep, exactly. Thank you, Shell Bell. I appreciate this. See, look at this. Brand spanking new, restored. Look at that, huh? And yes, the tip cleaner works great. It's a little tight, but that'll be fine. Yeah. So that's completely restored and ready to go. I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to still focus on the cage here so that I can get that going. As you can see, you know, the rust is almost coming off completely, man. I mean, like I said, I know I won't be able to get every single bit of the rust out, but for the most part, I can get it out as best as I can. You know. That's going to have to soak in there a little longer. Meantime, the bale's looking better. It is starting to restore its color a little bit. Just gotta be patient with it. Let's see what else I dropped in there. Oh yeah, this thing. Look, that thing came out real good. Holy shit. This thing, yeah, completely came out perfectly clean. Look. Damn, that's a good thing. Okay. Let's see what else I dropped in there. Look at the tip cleaner even. The generator. Yeah, it's coming out good too. It was all carboned up and all screwed up. And I'm just cleaning it up. Just give it a clean up. That's all I'm doing. Let's see, what else is this one? Oh. You look at that nut, that came out good too. Yeah. This came out perfect. I don't need to do nothing more to it. So I'm going to go rinse these off underneath the hose and I'll be right back. Well, as you guys could see, those came out pretty good. So I'm going to set those aside. Those are ready to go. Like I said, everything's turned out good. You know, so far so good. You know, there's not really much to really do that really needs to be done that's, you know, real bad. Yeah, I'm not really going to do much to this. It's, you know, this part's in working order. I really don't. Like I said, I didn't really need to do much to this one, so this one's pretty good. Now to the pump area, I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna bother messing with it. Not gonna do it. You know, it shouldn't even need to be done. Like I said, I don't want to mess up the paint or the logo on this thing, so I want to keep this as original as possible. And as you could see, the top of the founder is a little bit smaller than the other one was. Make sure I don't lose that. The packet material. Okay. Like I said, there's not really much I could do to this. I'm probably gonna put some vinegar or put some water in this, or maybe even some white gas, and slosh it around a little bit with some, you know, uh, little screws, little nuts and bolts and all that kind of stuff. But mainly I'm focusing on just cleaning up this cage a little bit. So let me get my wire brush if I can find it. There it is. I may have to let this stuff soak overnight to see if any of this rust will come free. Which is cleaning it up pretty well, you know. Just doing what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm not really putting too much effort into it because, you know, let's see what else. There's the bale. I've got the bale in there. Yeah, I've only got the... See how this part turned out? That turned out real good, too. And that was just a light soaking in vinegar. And I'll let this piece dry. And that should be in relatively good shape. All right. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this underneath the hose, and I'll be right back. See, I wash all these little parts and things like that very, very meticulously, because I really want to make sure that all the vinegar and all the water's off of them, and that they're good and dry before I put them back together. That's very important. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put a little bit of, I'm going to put a little bit of seafoam in this. Then I'm going to seal this off and put the fount back on like this. I don't need to put it on tight or anything like that because I'm not putting this thing back together yet. But I am going to add some seafoam. I'll be right back. Wait, never mind. I've got it right here. I forgot. Got my old box here. And I'm going to mix it with some PB&J Blaster and some seafoam. And that should kind of kick it up a notch, so to speak. There you go. There we go. There we go. A little bit of sea foam in there. Then let me get my nuts, screws, and bolts, and all the other junk that I'm supposed to add in there. So you just take your, and I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them. So you just add them in here. There you go. Then I'm going to add a little bit. I don't trust the carb cleaner anymore. Hell no. But I will add some PB and Blaster to it. Okay. I'll add that to it. Then I'll put the lid on it. Then we'll do some sloshing. There you go. Now all you got to do, make sure that this is on good and tight. Not super tight, but just tight. Yeah. And you just sloshing around. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, let's see what kind of junk comes out of this thing. Let me get a clean cup here. Oh boy. It doesn't look too bad in there. I mean, not too much dirt. I mean, it's discolored a little bit. That could be from the PB and Blaster that I put in there. So I'm going to go ahead and cycle this through again. One last time. like I said, this stuff is relatively clean. Damn. I'm very, very surprised. Cleaner than the other one was. The other one was dirty as hell. All right. Well, let me dump this out. I'm going to go ahead and dump this. And that should be the last time I have to clean that. It's funny how this thing actually, you know, it's actually, you know, turning out a lot better than what I thought. Let's see how many screws I've got in here. I think I've got almost all of them out. Let me see here, hold on. Now we counted about 11 of them in there, right? So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got one more in there. Okay. Shit, this one's harder to get out than the other ones. That is the last one. You know the old saying goes, last one's always a bitch. Always is. It's always a booger. Sheesh. God, what a pain in the ass this is. It's okay. Damn. Fuck. Well, it'll probably come out when I run it underneath the sink or something. Because I can't get it out right now. So, I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go hose this out real quick. Okay, it finally came out. That's number 11. So we're gone with that, folks. That's pretty easy. All right, I'm going to give this some time to dry out a little bit so that I can work on it some more. For now, we did pretty good. You know, we got it apart. Easy peasy Japanesey. No problemo at all. Not a problem, not an ounce, not an issue. You know, everything went smooth. You know, no big deal. My mom's going to be pissed at that. But I'll soak it. I didn't think, I just did it. But it's all right. Soak it in. Wait a minute. There we go. That's pretty good. Not bad. That's really good. There you go. Well, there's nothing really much I could do at this point. We're getting ready to go on the hour mark, and I'm about to, you know, call it 30 for the day, and we'll pick it up again next time. So you guys take care. Much love, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. As usual, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for part 2. Later, guys. Bye.